Our next speaker is an incredibly dynamic businesswoman. She is owner of a marketing and digital marketing agency called Guardian Owl Digital, a 7-figure digital marketing agency. She's been featured in Forbes, she's been featured in Business Insider. So please welcome to the stage, Miss Jenna Ahern.
Thank you. Hello, CalSpa. Another round of applause for you all. Taking a step back from the blocking and tackling of business life. How's it feel? Feel good being here? Nice. Awesome. 45 years in business, CalSpas. From a county farm or fair it started to now all of us gathered in this room, the #1 global home spa products. It's amazing. Another round of applause. I'm glad that we all are here. So I want to deliver the most valuable value possible to you all, and a lot of that is going to be, I think, unveiled in a aggressive Q&A. But I want to tell you a little bit about my story just so you can understand where I'm coming from and hopefully can dovetail very nicely from what Casey just showed you, since that's how I got my start. So I don't know if anybody's ever heard the quote, half of my advertising is a waste. The trouble is, I don't know which half. Anybody? Maybe you've even said that. Can you relate to that? Yeah. That's the old world of doing things. It is not like that anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, you can measure every single click and impression on the internet and variable expense, as well as profit, which is what I like to measure the most, right? So I just grew up in a town, there wasn't even 10,000 people in my town. Anybody grow up from small town? I'm from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Anybody been there? Nobody? Anybody watch the Amish Mafia? Yeah, okay. Now, you know a little bit. So I grew up a single mom household. I was 7 years old when my dad left, and I said, I gotta get out of here. So I channeled my energy into sports and was able to get a full scholarship to the University of Louisville in Kentucky. Go Cards. I don't know if anybody's ever been there. Yes, we're in a little trouble right now. You may have heard. But I didn't know anything about going to college, living on my own, and how to get a full-time job, essentially, and play college sports. So I flew all around the country facilitating sales and service promotions for dealerships. And this was in 2008, 2009. Was anybody in business in 08 or 09? Yeah, how was it? Well, some of you said great. I'll tell you, I would be flying to a dealership and I'd be in Arkansas on a Saturday, and then 2 weeks later, that dealership, brand new, closed its door, and those 200 employees were jobless. And to me, watching that, being in college, it taught me the practicality of business, because I was there training general managers on how their sales staff needed to treat customers when they came in the door and how we're leaving money on the table, and then seeing a small community, lose their dealerships and small businesses. I mean, that was the lifeblood of where I grew up. So I took that into my career, and I started at an automotive marketing firm. I spent 10 years in the automotive industry. Is anybody automotive background? Okay, yeah. So very fast paced, and I, in that time, worked under 3 Google Premier partners and 2 of the largest search engines in the world. You may have heard of them, Kelley Blue Book and Autotrader.com. So my last gig in corporate America was consulting big dealership groups all across the country on where their advertising dollars were going and how profitable they were. Okay, so I always come at things from the lens of, small town girl, we want to maximize every single dollar we're putting on that internet. I know we're talking about, variable expense, but if your variable expense is growing and that profit's not growing at that same rate, that's a problem, right? So I would get all these reports, from these vendors and partners, and I would see their Google ads and Facebook, and I'm like, we're spending $20,000 on Google. We didn't sell any more cars last month. And I would get a report that was clicks, impressions, your cost. And I'm like, there's more out there. We are not in the television radio era anymore. You can track everything. You saw it when Casey brought up the screen. That's the back end of Google Ads. You have the ability right now to go and buy your own media. You are a media company. You just don't know it yet, okay? So I kind of got sick of my clients just throwing money at the wall and just hoping it sticks. I mean, they were making enough money that it was okay, but again, kind of living through 08 and 09, realizing, okay, we've got to get a handle on this. I started my own company. So I had the knowledge. I had Google certifications, AdWords certifications, but doing it on your own, you kind of learn the tricks of the trade and what works for your business. So I started that in 2014 while I was with Cox Media Group, $15 billion company. They didn't care. They said, don't touch my dealers and we won't come after you. And I said, great. Well, in 2 years from just doing it myself, I knew I either had to take the leap full time into Guardian Owl or, figure out a way to hire up people and manage a business while working a full-time job. And that wasn't going to be a good fit for me. So I went full into it. We had 2 employees at the time, and I foregoed my full-time salary and was fully invested into the business. A month later, my mom got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So I was navigating the journey of that, running the business and flying back and forth from Kentucky, where I am now, to Pennsylvania. And I'm like, okay, I got to get more business, but all of my time is going to, my mom and my family. Social media was able to not only help me with recruiting, but to build a 7-figure company within 3 years of that time period. So now in 2023, we have 10 full-time employees. I work with about 20 1099s, contractors all across the country. And we also have an AI side of our business that is backed by IBM and SoftBank. So all of this was done without a single dollar in traditional media. So when Casey says there's opportunity out there, I've lived it. I should not be up here speaking to you all. Lancaster County, farm girl, single mom family, sure, I made it to Division I athletics, but I didn't know anything about Google. Nothing. Taught myself, self-taught, and then taught other people. And guess what? They still aren't teaching this in colleges. I hear a lot of times from clients, oh, it's too late. My competitor already has a brand out there. No, it's not. I'll give you an example. We started working with a Jeep dealership. They were the #1 dealer in the state of Kentucky, but they weren't really generating a lot of leads that were closed, like signed, sealed, delivered, ready to buy my car from the internet. So I'm like, well, what's your main goal? Is it to make more money, sell more cars? Like, tell me what it is. And they're like, well, we want a digital footprint and we want to be able to sell outside of our market. I said, have you tried YouTube? He said, what's that? YouTube is owned by Google. It is literally the 2nd largest search engine. It beats Bing. And you can monetize just by putting content on YouTube. Within 2 years, doing a video once a week and optimizing YouTube, they get a monthly check from their channel. And now they have their sales team all on board creating their own so that they can monetize. And this is outside of the sales that come from YouTube. This is just people watching how to. That's it. So think about all the things that you can teach your customers or clients or, the objections that you get. He was talking about Google, Casey, how you can do some searches. Write this down, answerthepublic.com. It is a free site. Are you writing it down? I see a lot of people with no pens, papers, or phones. Okay, writing it down, I'm getting some nods. Answerthepublic.com. You can search what people are asking about cow spas, hot tubs right now for free. It aggregates all that information, the who, what, where, when, okay? So there should be no, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to do. That's why I haven't done it. I've seen it, okay? How many of you have somebody internally doing your marketing? Digital marketing? Okay. Keep your hand raised as if it's your niece or like a 15-year-old. Okay, good. Because a lot of times I see that too. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're excited. We're gonna start digital marketing. I'm hiring my babysitter. She's young, she's talented, and she knows how to post on TikTok. That is not a strategy. That is not a winning strategy, and I know everybody in here wants to win. We want to make more money, right? You do not have to only make money by selling cow spas offline. You can make money selling them online just by creating content. You can even monetize your Instagram and Facebook pages. Even if nobody buys any of the products, you still generate income because people saw the content. Okay, how many people in this room are monetizing right now their social channels? Okay, I see one hand raised. Why are you leaving money on the table? It's kind of like exercise and fitness, right? I mean, we want to exercise, but if we go to McDonald's every day after the workout, kind of defeats the purpose, right? A lot of you may be posting and saying, yeah, it just doesn't really work for me. But what are you posting? Is it even getting attention? Is it getting likes? Are you engaging? Maybe it's crap content. Like maybe the visual is not aesthetically pleasing for that platform. Maybe you would be better on a platform like YouTube or LinkedIn, targeting higher demographic business owners or people in your communities that you know can afford your products, as well as have great exposure to a network that if they like the products, they can then share, and again, comes right back to you. Okay? So again, we're gonna get into an aggressive Q&A here, but I wanted to touch on a little bit of what Casey was saying with the Google ads. Now, I watched a lot of you, and I know he's gonna give that presentation to you, but I watched a lot of you kind of like look at the screen and then go back. That is real right now. We manage hundreds of thousands of dollars of ad spends every day, and you can track within that platform your return on the ad spend. All you do is give Google a little bit of information from your website, which CalSpas is doing for you, where you can say, hey, this variable expense, the $50 I set there to spend in my market every day, at the end of the month, you can look back and it'll track your actual conversions. So not only how many people clicked, but how many people requested a quote from you, contacted you. You can track everything down to the cent in Google, okay? Now we're gonna move on to social media. So when I was flying here, I was so excited to post, and then I saw that nobody else was posting. So how many of you have posted a photo so far saying that you're here at the event? Where was it? Was it Facebook, Instagram? Facebook and Instagram. You might have been the only one. Was it like Pool, what's your handle? Pool something? Okay, then you weren't the one on Instagram. I saw one photo on Instagram, and I'm like, where is everybody? Hello? You're the #1 global leader in home resort spa products, and you're here and we're not posting about it? Why? People want to know. People want to know. Your business is now a media company, and you're losing, okay? Because I beat you to the punch, a lot of you, posting about it. Here's the other thing. I get it. I'm a pretty good-looking woman, all right? I give myself a little bit of credit. However, I see a lot of not so nice looking humans making millions of dollars on the internet. Quite frankly, my Jeep dealer included, okay? So get that out of your head that you have to look a certain way. Just be yourself and give the consumers what they're asking. For you all, name a question that somebody comes in and asks pretty frequently. What's a question about a Cal Spa product? How much do they cost? What's the yearly upkeep? Okay. Have you done a video on that? Probably not. We're all familiar with sales cycles, right? You want to shorten the close of your sales cycle? Answer all the questions online. They'll just come in and say, hey, this is what I want to purchase. I already know all the information because you gave it to me. I saw it on Facebook. I'm in. Maintenance is this cost. Here's the accessories I want with it. I'm in it. I know, it's crazy. It's the world we live in. You can measure all of your advertising. And even if you don't sell the product, if you have that on YouTube 2 years from now, I want to know if you're actually making money, okay? Because you could do it. You're not bad looking, right? Okay. So I really, really want to urge you all to right now think about the apps that you have on your phone. The top apps that Casey mentioned up here: Facebook, Instagram, Google Ads. Guess what? You can track and manage all your money right from the app. I did it this morning, okay? Download the Google Ads app. You can create the campaign that Casey talked about right from your phone. Download Instagram. I know LinkedIn wasn't on there, but download it. Pinterest, huge opportunities on Pinterest. Download it. And then throughout your day, set yourself a reminder to post, okay? Now, if you are, again, and that is like elementary level, right? We're just gonna start posting. But it doesn't matter. You gotta start somewhere. If you're not posting consistently, just like if you're not working out consistently and eating healthy, you're not gonna get the results. So consistency is key. All the algorithms across all the platforms, that matters. That's how you show up in others' feeds, okay? Download the apps, because if you don't have the apps on your phone, you're not really doing it. Then utilize a scheduling tool, okay? How many of you use a scheduling tool to manage your content? Okay, none. So Hey Orca is one I highly recommend. Hootsuite is another one. Buffer is another one. If you leave today and you say, hey, I think I am gonna post more, but I don't wanna get, into all of these apps, all of these tools, then just don't even bother, quite frankly, because you really don't wanna win the race. How we manage our clients is we post all of their content at least 2 weeks to a month in advance. So we know all of the graphics, everything that we're gonna be covering, and we really lean on the 3 Ps, right? Product, professional, and personal, okay? So 1, if we start posting every post about the Cal Spa products or your products as a dealer, people aren't gonna follow you. You're like a salesperson, right? No one wants to follow that. But if you start posting about your products and then thread in something personal, maybe you're a part of the local Chamber of Commerce. Maybe you like to swim. Maybe, you have a family that you like going to soccer games or you follow a Premier League. Maybe you're an Arsenal fan. You want to post about that. That's fine. Post about something personal. Then professional. Professional would be talking about, something that your business is proud of. Maybe it's a team spotlight, okay? But just take those 3 Ps and just start there. Because it's just like networking, only you're doing it online.